You. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit late. We have lots of Baba's children here because we're going to have a major event this starting from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And so we were cleaning up Baba's space. And so Baba's children are still here. So let's start. Let me get that thing open. Let's remember Baba for a couple of minutes while I get myself organized. Make this in a way that you all can see as well. Are you all able to see the screen?
Yes, brother.
And so I was told to read the Murli of the 2nd of February 1976. A very interesting Murli. Baba is giving us the account of actually 3 groups of souls on this planet at this time. So really speaking, there are 4. One is Brahmins, the second is devotees, then there are Kauravas, and then there are Yadavas. Now, devotees can be both Kauravas or Yadavas, and yet Baba has not today, tried to, break the population of this planet into 3 groups: we Brahmins, then the devotees, and then the Yadavas. So Baba has a wonderful account to share and their activities, what they do in today's Murli. And Baba is saying that while they are doing what they're doing, which is based on the predestined drama, yet we have a different task in front of us. We have a purpose which has been determined by God Himself and the drama. For we have a higher purpose to what we're doing. But are we living up to expectations of Baba and of the drama? What does drama want from us? See, drama wants things from the devotees and the Yadavas, and to some extent, they are fulfilling the expectations of the drama by doing all the wrong things. That's what drama wants from them. But all the good things is expected from us by drama. But are we fulfilling that? And are we fulfilling at the speed that it should be? So let's dive into the Murli. Baba says today, Bapdada was seeing the account of his 3 types of children. Every soul on this planet is his child. So what are these 3 types? First are the mouth-born progeny, the Brahmins, who cooperate with Bapdada in his task of establishing the new world. So first are the mouth-born progeny, the Brahmins, who cooperate with Bapdada in his task of establishing the new world. That is us. Second are the devotees who remain constantly engaged in thinking about and calling out to Bapdada, to God, and the Brahmins. The third are the Yadavas, who are instruments for the transformation of the old world. Baba is not using the word destruction in this Murli, but they are instruments for the transformation of the old world too. So the task of establishment has to be completed by all these 3 types of children. Each one has a specific role. So this is why Bapdada was seeing the account of all 3 types of children. So what did Bapdada say? Of course, all the children who are instruments for a particular task are definitely engaged in their own task. However, until they have reached the extreme intensity of their task, there cannot be the end, because the sign of the end is the extreme. You see, They are doing their task, but everything has to reach the extreme intensity because that's the sign for the end. All three have force in their task, there's only full force that will enable them to finish the course of their task. So to some extent, those souls are rising up to the plate. They're doing what needs to be done. They are to some extent fulfilling the expectations, like I said earlier. So within the account of the devotees, Baba saw that 75% of them have selfish motives to attain name, fame, and honor as temporary fruit of devotion. See, they have selfish motives to attain name, fame, and honor as temporary fruit of devotion. This is why the account of the fruit of their action is now finished. The Father does not need to give them any fruit. The remaining 25% of devotees are doing devotion number-wise according to their love. Some are doing it out of a lot of selfish interest. Some are doing it according to love, their love, and that too number-wise. They are to receive the fruit of their devotion in this old world because the account of devotion is now to finish for half a cycle. See, for the 75% of devotees, they are not going to get any fruit because it's filled with so much of selfishness. For the rest of the devotees, the 25% of devotees who are doing it out of love, they will get the fruit, but it will be only for a very short period of time till the end of this cycle. So they are to receive the fruit of their devotion in this old world because the account of devotion is now to finish for half a cycle. The state that Baba saw in these devotees is that they receive the fruit of their temporary love instantly. That is, they do something now and they instantly receive its fruit for a short temporary period. It does not accumulate for the future. The form of attainment of the devotees is like that of ants that develop wings in the rainy season and begin to fly in happiness. Yeah, there are some insects, they develop wings for a very short period of time, they fly, but then their lifespan is very short. However, their short period of flying finishes them off in that particular season. They attain something there, and it then also finishes there. And then, in the same way, the devotees of today, that is the Iron Age Tamopradhan devotees, are those who become happy with the fruit of temporary attainment. This is why, according to the drama, the task of attaining their fruit is now almost finished. Well, Baba saying, this is why, according to the drama, the task of attaining their fruit is now almost finished. Now the task of 5% of attainments still remains. Therefore, they will call out very forcefully. With full force, they will specially invoke the Shaktis to give them blessings, power, and courage. This is now going to its extreme and then finish. So the register of the devotees is now almost complete. The little that remains will be completed when they receive the little fruit of whatever action they performed. That was the news of the devotees. What is Baba saying? The little that remains will be completed when they receive the little fruit of whatever actions they performed. That was the news of the devotees that Baba gave us. Next is the news of the Yadavas army. So Yadavas, they have an army, and Baba is now giving. Pardon me. So Baba is now giving us the news of the Yadava army. What did Baba see in their account? Question marks were visible in their every step. They were very eager to increase their speed, but the more they intensified their speed, the more a wall of question marks would come up in front of them, and this would prevent them from having a fast speed. What are the question marks? One question is, who will begin this? Should I start it, or should the other one start it? The second question is, should I do it now, and when should I do it? The third question is, what would be the result of this? Sometimes the fire of anger would ignite, but then the sprinkling of the water of the thought of what would happen would cool the fire down. What is Baba saying? Sometimes the fire of anger would ignite, but then the sprinkling of the water of the thought of what would happen would cool the fire down. The fourth question is, who is making all this happen? Yeah, so first question is, who will begin this? Should I start it or should the other one start? Second is when. So who? The next is when. Should I start it now or when should I do it? So third is, what would be the result of this? Sometimes the fire of anger would ignite, but then the sprinkling of the water of thought of what would happen would cool the fire down. The fourth question is, who is making all of this happen? Who is inspiring us on? They become confused about this. So what state did Baba see in them? They're not able to understand their own selves. So who, what, when, how? Yeah, all of these questions keep coming up. So they are not able to understand their own selves. They're caught up in the conflict of having that awareness, that is Hosh, but with that full force, that is Josh, and they therefore distress themselves. So there is conflict. On one hand, should I be doing this or not? Who is inspiring me to do this? Should I be creating these bombs? Should I, create these strategies for warfare and war in general, animosity among countries and so on and so forth that we see in the world? So they have this feeling, should we be doing it? Should I do it now? What would happen if I do that? Will there be nuclear warfare? You see that all the time. So there is awareness a little bit, but then there is Josh, that is force. Something is, internally telling them to do it. So, but then there is distress because of that. So they wish to be in solitude, but their intellect is not able to become concentrated. This is why they come into that force again and again. They make their plans with great speed. They even have all the necessary preparations made. They set their time, army, weapons, and the place and think that it is now about to happen. They remain ready with their immediate preparations. However, at the last moment, when it is to happen practically, the signal of being confused comes up. This is why there is now just a difference of 1 second from the one who is inspiring them to have all their preparations ready. They have made all the necessary preparations, but are waiting for the inspiration of that 1 second. They have made all the necessary preparations, but are waiting for the inspiration of that 1 second. Their preparations have reached a stage where it only takes 1 second. They have finished their preparations and are now waiting. So Baba saw that the account was that of having made full preparations. They are now simply engaged in one task. They have refined everything, but are now finalizing their preparations with their conscience. One file of finalizing everything now remains. That was the news of the Yadavas. So they are making preparations, they are refining things, but they just have to finalize their preparations with the conscience, with their own conscience. Right? And yes, I have to move forward finally. So that's the only file that is left. And so this was the news of the Yadavas. Now Papa is asking, do you wish to hear about yourselves? So devotees, the news of devotees, the account of devotees, Baba has shared, the account of the Yadavas, Baba has shared too. Now those who are receiving inspirations are ready, but what about those who are giving inspirations? In fact, it is said those who give constantly, whereas those who take become tired. However, in this situation, those who are to take become tired because of not receiving. Those who are to take are ready to take, whereas those who are to give are still busy with themselves. So what was the account of the monk-born progeny of Brahman's life? Do you know, or should Baba tell you about it? What is the account of? Ask Baba's children. So they are ready to take, but we are the ones who have to give. So we should be ready to give. We should be available to give. We should have the capacity to give. That's what Baba is saying. So do you know, or should Baba tell you about it? What speciality did Baba see in the register of the Brahmins? Good wishes for world transformation and world benefit have emerged in the majority. Good wishes for world transformation and world benefit have emerged in the majority. However, just as the speed of the Yadavas cannot become fast because of the question marks, In the same way, while moving along, even though Brahmins are definitely to receive the instant fruit of their elevated wishes, the good wishes merge into one form or other of royal desires. So see what is Baba saying? The Yadavas are not able to reach their completion, of creating destruction, because of the question marks. But what is happening for us? Why are we not able to reach our completion? It's because of royal desires. Yeah, it's royal desires. And so there's a tug of war in the state of the Brahmins between good wishes and a royal form of desires. So just as birds finish ripe fruit, in the same way the birds of desires finish the fruit attained from good wishes. Because the method of transformation of the Brahmins is not that of becoming an embodiment of success, the good wishes change into desires. Therefore, their effect is not able to be volcanic. The volcanic form of Brahmins will ignite the flames of destruction, Baba is saying. So if we get rid of all the royal desires we have, then our good wishes will reach fruition very quickly and very powerfully. So the volcanic form of Brahmins will ignite the flames of destruction. This is why in the register of the Brahmins, just the final intense effort of coming last and going fast remains. So intense effort. Yeah. So we are coming late. Many of us have come late, but we have to go fast. So that intense effort is missing. The task of Yadavas is almost accomplished, whereas the task of the Pandavas is going to be complete. The Yadavas are waiting because of the Pandavas. The stage of the elevated and spiritual honor of the Pandavas will finish the situation of distress of the Yadavas. So with your honor, give distressed souls the blessings of peace and comfort. Papa is saying, so with your honor, give the distressed souls. So Yadavas will also be able to reach their completion. They will be able to go beyond their question marks. Yeah, their distress will be taken care of too, if we, let go of our royal desires. And everybody understands what royal desires are, right? There's desire for name and fame. People in the world have desire for name, fame in a different way. But we Baba's children also many times, Baba has said this. Why should I be the one, who doesn't get the credit all the time? In Sunday's Murli, last Sunday's Murli, Baba was saying, and marna, mujhe marna hai. Should I be the one who dies all the time? So these things become royal desires. So with your honor, give distressed souls the blessings of peace and comfort. Do you understand? Did you hear about the account of all three? Acha. So now there are salutations, a small Murli. So there's not too much to go deeper into this. I can conclude with the salutations to those who have the volcanic form and who transform all perishable desires into elevated and good wishes. To those who are constant bestowers like the Father, to those who have the volcanic form and who transform all perishable desires into elevated and good wishes, to those who are constant bestowers like the Father, the bestower, and the bestower of blessings. So he's the bestower, Data, Vardata, and there's another word, Baba, fortune, Baba, sometimes there's another one. Baba says Data, Vardata, and Bhagyavidhata. I think there are three words that Baba uses, can't remember. But Baba is saying, so in English, it gets translated into bestower, the bestower of blessings, and who in the form of great donors and bestowers bestow the final temporary fruit to the devotees, to the souls who as perfect angels fulfills everyone's desire. So fulfills the desires of the devotees, also fulfills the desires of the Yadavas. That's who we have to be. So Baba is reminding us to rise up to that level. So love, remembrance, and namaste from Bhakta. So we spiritual children, say namaste to the spiritual father. Yeah, very simple, very straightforward, very short Murli. We'll stop sharing. And if anyone, we could take a minute of silence together. And I think if there are any Any points that anyone would like to share, questions that you'd like to ask, we could take time for that. We have enough time today. Let's take a minute to just absorb all that Baba has shared with us. It's wonderful, informative, Murli, but at the same time helps us in realizing what we need to do now. What does Brahma want from us now? I'll mute myself and I'll give you all the opportunity to share.
Om Shanti, wonderful Murli Bhaiji, and Baba has an expectation from we children, the mouth born Brahmin souls who have the elevated stage, to be the one who fulfills everyone's desires, including those who are devotees and also the Yadavas. So he puts we children on the topmost stage, where we have always elevated stage. But Baba has given a caution that such good wishes should not get converted into some sort of subtle or perishable or royal, which Baba says royal desires, because otherwise, in that case, they will also be the kind of a devotee, where we are looking for something, some kind of royal desire to be fulfilled. So then the stage is not what Baba expects. So Baba gives a caution to this effect. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Baba, Baba says that we have to intensify our effort. The volcanic form of Brahmins will only ignite the flame of destruction, and everybody is waiting for this. And when Baba explained all the account of devotees and also the Yadavas, it appears that they all are ready. Yadavas are waiting, and just the Brahmins are not ready. Those who have to give inspiration, they are not ready. Those who are receiving inspiration, they are ready. So so I think Baba here remind us to intensify our volcanic form, which will lead to the destruction and the creation of the new deity world. Om Shanti.
Yes. Thank you for your sharing, dear brothers. What is next now, Rakhi Ben? I don't see Rakhi Ben is there, and Amy Ben and YG and whoever. Please tell us what's next. Somehow I can't hear anything that Rakhi Ben is saying. Rakhi Ben, if you're saying something, I can't hear.
Om Shanti, brother.
Okay.
Yeah, the thing is, it's such a deep Murli, and each paragraph is so profound and like as if Baba has left for our minds to think so much. Take, for example, the heart of the Murli is only one thing. As I've just already put in the chat box, final moments, final moments. So, this flame and all, earlier it was just a small flame, a small jyoti, but now, Baba wants that flame, like Bhagala, we say, sometimes in the Aarti and all, when too much of Kalpur and all, we put, you see, it's a big Aarti and all, or sometimes they are just small lights and all to invoke the Lord. Now Baba wants the flame to be big. So it has to spread everywhere. So the word over here in the first paragraph is extreme, just extreme. Like even in pradhan, like we say tamo pradhan. So here extreme. So we were just, at least I was just churning. What is Baba's definition of that extreme? I was trying to understand that bhagats, because I always thought it was only in the copper age where really you could see the devotion, the real devotion. Now I find it is adulterated devotion. In the copper age, they just gave. They never even, whether God gave you anything or not, it was just total surrender. That expectation wasn't much. But now it isn't like that. It is like that. See, I'm going to give you God, like say earlier when we used to go to Tirupati, my family used to pray that, see, I'll give you a hand. You must cure this thing of my son and all. So I find now it is like a business kind of devotion. A thing, मैं ये कर रहा हूँ भगवान, आप मुझे ये देना चाहिए. अगर आप नहीं दिया तो there will be a lot, a kind of adulterated devotion. So I was thinking, what is that intensity, Baba? Or is it this extreme selfishness which is going to reach the extreme? Like I was just trying to clarify, especially in where he says, now the task of 5 attainments still remains. I didn't understand that. What is the 5 attainments which Baba was speaking? That was for the Bhagats. Yadavas, I think it's absolutely beautifully understood. Yes, the question marks is there. And those days, that concentration which they had in invention, before inventing something, when even the light was invented, incandescent lamp, what concentration they had to bring about that invention, because they wanted to bring benefit to the world. But now, everything hosh is there, full josh is there, but that 1 second is king. So the Yadavas were clear. But it struck me when Baba spoke about we children, the Brahma Vanshavali, war royal desire. So I just wanted to know royal desire. So these 2 questions, that Bhagat and what royal desire is Baba trying to point at as at we children? So I was just, we were just trying to do so that we could get some feedback from you, brother.
Yes, divine sister, your sharing was very beautiful and your question is very valid. I was sharing that during the Murli, Baba talks about this all the time, and recently also this Sunday's Murli, Baba was talking about that, the royal desire. Like, for example, my students, I should have more students than others. I should have, my center should be bigger. Many times my service, you should give me the credit. I am the one who did so much. Why is the other person getting the credit? These are the royal desires. Okay.
And the 5 attainments which the Bhagats have still not attained?
No, so let me open that. Which one? I'm not sure. Let me look at. So the 5%, now the task of 5% of attainments still remains. So what is Baba trying to say is that, let's read it together. So Baba is saying the short period of flying finishes them off in that particular season, talking about that insight. So so the devotees get some benefit for a little bit of time, they fly, and then that's the end of it. So they attain something there, and it then also finishes there and then. In the same way, the devotees of today, that is the Iron Age Tamopradhan devotees, are those who become happy with the fruit of temporary attainment. Like you were giving the examples, my child should get, good college, good school, good employment, so on and so forth. So this is why, according to the drama, the task of attaining their fruit is now almost finished. There's nothing much left for them to receive. And that's why even in devotion, they're finding so much of disappointment. Even when they're hoping for these limited desires, they are not getting. Oh, my illness gets cured, my this happened gets cured. And that's why they are running towards spirituality, running towards BKs, So now the task of 5% of attainments still remains. So I feel what Baba is saying here is that, somewhere they might get something little bit here and there, 5% of attainments, but the rest is pretty much nothing. Therefore they will call out very forcefully, that 5% or little bit that is left. I feel that's what I think Baba is talking about. Therefore they will call out very forcefully, please come and help me with full force. They especially invoke the Shaktis to give them blessings, power, and courage. So maybe when we read it in Hindi, it might get more clear. But right now, pardon me, I'm also not able to really give a very clear answer as to what this means. Now the task of 5% attainment still remains. And I think if many other very special Baba's children that we have in the group, maybe one of you can answer. And meanwhile, what I will do is I'll try to open this Murli in Hindi, in the Dr. B.K. Lohar's website, and hopefully I will be able to look at it in Hindi. So please, all of you, go ahead and also share more points meanwhile.
Brother, can I relate it to the COVID period? Because that was a time.
So
Can I?
Whatever you think. Yeah, sure, please. Sure. Yeah, please speak, whoever wants to speak. And I see many other chats coming. The one, let me say those, read those for those. I think Girja Ben has already shared. You have written something. Radhamani Ben by B.K. Radhamani ji has said, devotees are satisfied with temporary attainments. B.K. Om, he is to be constantly in the awareness of being perfect angels. Yes. And B.K. Radhamani ji has said, otherwise, remain ready in preparation but waiting for the inspiration. Perfect angels fulfill everyone's desires. And then B.K. Sakshi, with your honor, give distressed souls the blessings of peace and comfort. Yes, lovely sharing. All right, so please go ahead and share more. And meanwhile, I can see Rakhi Ben is very sweetly. Oh my God, Rakhi Ben is so quick. You can share, Rakiben, what do you think? Anyone else can share. So see here in Hindi what it is saying. इसलिए उसके फल की प्राप्ति का कार्य ड्रामा अनुसार जैसे समाप्त हुआ ही पड़ा है, सिर्फ 5% प्राप्ति का कार्य अब रहा हुआ है, जो अब अति अर्थात फुल फोर्स से चिल्लाएंगे. Yeah, still not too clear. What is that 5% प्राप्ति का कार्य अब रहा हुआ है? Maybe little bit more they will get, and then it's end of the story for them. Thank you, Raki, for sharing that.
In English, they have written it as 5 attainments. That's what I wanted to know.
जी, attainment, and यहाँ पे in हिंदी प्राप्ति, वही attainment प्राप्ति is attainment.
Yeah, prapti and attainment. So prapti in Hindi would be attainment in English. So
Correct.
one reflection here is whatever goes to them is very little which is there left for devotees now. It's everything. Initially it was temporary, it may be just for a moment now. But going forward, there's nothing left for devotees. One has to actually make purshat to become pure and move ahead with Baba. That is one reflection others may probably share.
G. Good. Yes, Raki. Balwinder ji has shared with compassionate heart. I will give good wishes and pure feelings to souls in discomfort. Yeah, so true. But yeah, and now what one is now that is needed is volcanic fire, form of fire from Brahmins. Yes, intensity is needed. We are still so much wishy-washy in our efforts. So many things come up, and then I want to do this and that, and we are all over the place. Truly, if we look deep inside, are we truly, doing effort with the intensity that is required from us, that Baba is expecting, that the drama is expecting from us? And the answer is a big no, right? With capital N and capital O. So, yes.
Brother, as
Ji.
Raki Ben was sharing, I was just thinking. So see, Baba very clearly says 75% are selfish. Okay. That's why that extreme is not reached. But I feel, I don't know, I may be right or wrong. In the COVID, there was no selfishness. Everyone wanted everyone to be okay. And that was the time they were calling out to God, calling out to people. It had reached something. I thought, I don't know whether it is extreme. I thought something started there. That's just a feeling. So, because Baba is saying this is now to go into its extreme and then finish. So I thought, has it already been started?
So just a reflection there, if we read these few lines from Hindi Murli, Baba says, सिर्फ 5% प्राप्ति का कार्य अब रहा हुआ है, जो अब अति अर्थात full force में चिल्लाएंगे. So चिल्लाएंगे is going to be devotees are going to be asking, and what are they going to be asking? उसमें भी विशेष शक्तियों को पुकारेंगे कि वरदान दो, शक्ति दो, साहस और हिम्मत दो. अभी यह अति में जाकर फिर समाप्त होने वाला है. Which means what is now left is whatever is happening in the world, because of which the Bhagat souls are going to be now asking for only power and blessings from the Almighty, and that's the only part which is remained to be given to the devotees in drama. Maybe that's one reflection. And that's where Baba has told in so many murlis that you Brahmin souls have to make your sthiti so strong that by your drishti, by your drishti, others will get the power and blessings to sustain what's happening around or to manage what's happening around. So make your sthiti strong. That was one reflection what I was getting while I was reading these points in the Hindi Murli. Any other thoughts others can share?
Om Shanti, I absolutely agree with sister. This reflection that in the end stage, the devotee soul will look for the revelation from the Brahmin souls who are at most elevate. I mean, the elevated stage where they will give that they will be sakshatkar murud, the form of revelation, and this revelation will happen like some goddess Shakti emerging in front of them, and with just one drishti, they will have their Ishtadev and Ishtadevi revelation, and then that's the finish of. That has been brought out by Baba, by the Father, Supreme Father, in many earlier Murlis too. I think that is, I agree with this reflection. Maybe some other points also, some other members can also share. Om Shanti.
We are done. Then we can go into meditation for a little bit. Yes?
Yes,
Right.
brother.
Okay.
Om Shanti, I would like to add a few lines, if time permits.
Sure, if Rakhi Ben is okay with it, please do continue, dear brother.
Sure.
Today, Baba is talking about Brahmin souls also, devotees also, and Yadavas. And Baba is telling that you children is in direct union with the Almighty Baba. You are basically a combined children with Baba. You are basic children for whom Bhagwan has come as a Bap, teacher, and Sadguru. The devotees are ready, Yadavas are ready, but you children still need to have certain transformations, which Baba talks about, that the perishable desires into elevated good wishes. And Baba also talks about that the Brahmin children still is in tug of war, and their royal desires, and Baba wants us that your form should be volcanic, because now very simple things, very small things cannot ignite the flame of instructions. For that, volcanic form of a Brahmins is required. And Baba wants us to play the key role, because we children have to play the key role for the destruction, real destruction. And another question, which was about the 5% attainment, which was very, I think, in verbose in today's discussion, what I felt, that Baba used to say that, my dear children, to us Brahmins, that go to the temples, because there are also my children. Some Brahmins will come from there also, from those devotees. Some will come to us. So what I feel, that when Baba is talking about the 5%, if Baba is talking, if 100% is the total population, then 5% means what I feel. Maybe wrong also, but what I feel, that when Baba talks about 100% and 5%, that means that in Mahabharata, the Kauravas, we consider them as 100. 100 means near about 100. And to Pandavas, that is 5%. 5 Pandavas. And the quality of 5 Pandavas, first was Yudhishthir, one who is firm even in adverse circumstances. Second was Bhim, that was that when the problem comes, we come to a higher state, bigger state, and make the problem very, very small. And third was Arjuna, desire of acquiring knowledge, and the Nakul and Sahadev. That means these 5 attainments, because devotees are those who really constantly want to attain something, gain something, gain something. What I feel that these are the 5 attainments which still they have not got, and they are eyeing. And these 5 attainments can be given by we children, the children who have become Shiv Shaktis. That Baba says that your drishti vritti can only give them these 5% attainments, because God has made us the real messengers. God has made us equal to Him. We do Purshat and do become Bap Saman. And then we can make those devotees what they are eyeing for, those 5% attainments to become Pandavas. Om Shanti.
Thank you, brother. And so what about Kauravas? I'm surrendered. Moth is intensity of moth born progeny of Brahmins. Yeah, I am. So yeah, that is, yes, surrendered moth. Yeah, that's how we should be. And Baba today has not talked about Kauravas. Maybe in another Murli he will talk about that. Sister Girja. All right. And then we will see. Right, so if we are done, then we can go into meditation together so that we
Yes,
can absorb. Yes, sorry, Rakhi Ben, please continue what you're saying.
Yes, brother, we can move to meditation.
Yes, let's do it together. Let's create that volcanic intensity in our efforts right now, at least in our remembrance right now, in this moment. Let there be no one other than Baba in our hearts, in our minds, and in our intellects. Baba and you and Baba, no one else. Let the fire become intense, volcanic. And in this volcanic fire, let all our limited desires, our royal desires, be destroyed, be incinerated. Nothing but good wishes, flooding our consciousness in this moment. Just like even if the sun is very strong and some black clouds come over the sun's heat doesn't reach the planet Earth. Similarly, if we have good wishes, but if our good wishes are clouded by royal desires, then our good wishes will not reach the devotees who are hoping to get some attainment from us. They are invoking us Shaktis so that they can get peace and happiness and strength and courage and powers. They are in a lot of distress. So let our good wishes not be eclipsed, not be interrupted, not be covered by anything limited. So let these good wishes flow through time and space and reach these devotees. And at the same time, let our good wishes flow to the Yadavas as well, so that all their question marks that they have can be erased. Should I do this? Should I not do this? Should I do it now? Should I not do it? Who is inspiring me? Who is inspiring us? What would be the result? Interesting. Their question marks are leaving them for all times to come. And our good wishes are becoming such powerful inspirations for them. And they can continue the task that they have been chosen to do of world destruction, of world transformation. See the entire planet be covered with our good wishes, like a blanket. Like the whole planet is now blanketed with our good wishes. Nothing but good wishes. Like the sun shining upon the earth. Let every home, let every soul receive our good wishes. No corner of the world should remain untouched by our good wishes. No soul on this planet should remain untouched by our good wishes. Every soul is getting served in this moment.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Shwetang Bhai. Thank you, Divine Family. Wishing you all a happy Ganesh Chaturthi. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a lovely day.